Hello, my name is Matt, and today is day 2 of the 50K blog challenge, where I'm trying to grow traffic to my Rambling Fever blog to 50,000 sessions per month so I can get accepted into the Mediavine ad program. So today I want to do just a quick little update of things I worked on. It's only day 2 today. Don't expect an update every day from me because I do work a day job, just not usually on Mondays. I usually work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I work long hours. I don't have a lot of extra time during those days to do this kind of stuff. But Saturday, Sunday, and Monday is mostly when I'll be working on this stuff. So here's what I did yesterday and today. I published my first couple of blog posts. Well, since I started the challenge, I had a bunch of other blog posts published from in the past, but yesterday I published this post and today I published this post, and I kind of want to show you a few things that I did yesterday and today. First of all, today I wanted to improve the website speed. It was already a pretty fast site. I use WP Engine Premium managed WordPress hosting. It's good hosting, it's fast, but there's things that can be done to make my site even a little bit faster. And if I'm trying to grow massive traffic to this blog, I should have the fastest site possible. So I ran a speed test this morning at 6:56 a.m. This is the mobile view. Everything looks good except for performance. Accessibility, best practices, and SEO are all good on mobile. Performance, I only got a score of 64. Desktop, everything looks really good, all in the green. So I went over to WP Engine and I actually purchased their, it's called Page Speed Boost. It says 2x your page speed. It's just, basically it's WP Engine's version of NitroPack, which NitroPack is a popular page speed boosting caching plugin that does a lot of back-end stuff that just makes your site a whole lot faster. And it's a paid thing. There's a free version of NitroPack that's limited, but the paid version is better. So anyhow, I paid for WP Engine's version, which is just their optimized version of adding NitroPack to your website. So I let it sit for a couple hours. It said it takes a couple hours for all the changes to take effect. I just ran another speed test at 11:59, so about 5 hours later. And now my performance is at 83 compared to the 64 that I had before. I still don't like that. I want everything in the green, so I need to do some more tweaks to get everything right. And this is on mobile. Desktop looks really, really good. 100, 95, 100, and 100. So this site is blazing fast on desktop. I need it to be a little bit faster on mobile because I know that most visitors will be on mobile, more than 50% most likely. But if you go over to the blog, you can see here's the post I published yesterday. You click on it, it loads almost instantly. There's some images in there and stuff. I click the title to go back to the home page and click on the post that I published today. Again, it loads in less than a second. So it's a fast website. I like it. I'm happy with it. But one of the things I did yesterday, I went into ChatGPT. I'm heavily using ChatGPT and AI, mostly ChatGPT in this project. And again, I'm not using ChatGPT to write the content for me. I am 100% writing all of the content myself, but I am heavily using ChatGPT to help me plan the content and edit the content. So what I did, I created what's called a custom GPT over here, and I named it, I'll click into it, I named it the Rambling Fever Content Outline. And what this does, it's kind of like my own little like modified assistant that I set up to do a specific task for me. In this case, I give it an idea and it spits out the outline for me, both for blog content and for YouTube content. So I'll show you how it works real quick. I just type start, and then it's going to ask me some questions. It says, let's start the idea intake. What's the topic idea? So I'm just going to answer the questions. I just put the number, and these are in the instructions. I told it to ask the questions this way, and I told it how I wanted to answer the questions. Topic idea, what's your topic for this piece? Well, I should have thought about this ahead of time. I've been outside last night and I plan to do some more today, working on fixing some of my underground sprinklers, which I don't really enjoy, but it's just something I needed to do. So let's do that. Fixing underground sprinkler issues. Number 2, angle or twist. Is there a specific angle? I'm forced to work on my own sprinklers because I don't want to pay somebody else. YouTube format. Oh, let's just say I'm going to do a YouTube short for this topic. I don't think I'm going to. I probably won't even write on this topic. Threads. Do you have 2 to 4 story threads in mind? So if I have some specific things in mind that I want to include in this, I could write that here, but I'll just write nothing for now. I'll let it do its thing. Jesus theme. I wanted to, because as a Christian, I wanted to slyly and discreetly insert some Jesus teachings into each of my blog posts. I don't want to be preachy or anything like that. I just want to, well, I'll explain it this way. These instructions are, I've instructed this GPT to spit out an outline in a comedic style of Seinfeld where everything kind of doesn't fit together until the end when everything gets tied together, and that's sort of what I want my blog post to do. And if you ever watched the show Seinfeld, you know that there was Superman showed up in almost every single episode, either a statue of Superman or a mention of Superman somewhere in the content of the show. But Superman was in most, if not every single episode of Seinfeld, and I kind of want to do the same thing for Jesus on my blog posts. Again, I don't want to be preachy or anything like that and start like spitting off Bible verses, but I do want to slyly slide him or his teachings into each of the posts. So Jesus theme, I'll do patience. Must mentions, I'll say I bought the parts at Lowe's, so Lowe's where I bought the parts. And hard nose, anything I don't want to mention. Home Depot, where I didn't buy parts. So I do that, and then it's going to spit out my blog outline with headings and everything for me. Gives me a title, The Day I Became an Unwilling Sprinkler Repairman. Text, this gives me the idea for the text and kind of gives me what to write for an intro. I can kind of look at this and then make up my own. The story of how I spent an entire afternoon in the dirt trying to fix an underground sprinkler system I never wanted to touch, all because I didn't want to pay a professional. So it's telling me, write this, set the scene, it's hot, the grass is dry, you convinced yourself that YouTube plus determination equals free labor. Spoiler, it's not free. Maybe I will do this blog post. I'm kind of convincing myself to actually write this post. I might do it. So H2, the leak that started it all. That'll be one of the headings. And the next one, Lowe's, my new hardware home. The dig of shame. It says, write this, paint a picture of you with a shovel, digging carefully to avoid breaking pipes, but hitting every rock, root, and mystery object your yard had to offer. Mention the mud, the sweat, and the questioning of your life choices. When patience pays off, tie in the patience theme. You can't rush fixing underground pipes, and life's the same way. Slip in the quiet Jesus lesson about how patience brings lasting results, even if you're muddy and sunburned. Victory, sort of. Wrap up the moment when you turn the system back on. And then it gives me the YouTube outline. I'm not going to really go through that right now. And then it also gives me a list of resources down here that I can look at and I can link to from the post if I want to, or just look at them for just information to write the post. And then what I do, I go into WordPress, I copy the title, I paste it in there, and I copy the outlines and paste them in there. And then I just come back to ChatGPT, I kind of look at the suggestions, and then in WordPress, I write the whole thing myself. And then when I'm all finished, I come back down here to the chat, I copy my entire article from my WordPress blog, I paste it in here, and I ask ChatGPT, like, how does this look? Do you have any suggestions to make it better? And it always gives me suggestions to make it better. And then I implement those suggestions, and then I hit publish. And that is exactly how we got these last 2 posts. We bought a Puffy Royal luxury mattress, then spent 10 nights in hotel beds. I wrote that one yesterday, and today I wrote lining up to die at Manassas the day the Civil War got real. So that's kind of my process that I made. It took me a while to build that custom GPT, but now I can use that going forward to help me write blog posts way more quickly than I could before I was using AI. What I'm going to work on part of the rest of today, other than going outside to fix a few more sprinklers, but I've written the 2 posts. I might write one more post if I have time. I probably won't have time today though. But what I want to do next is look at different ways to kind of cross post these same blog posts on other platforms. I'm thinking things like medium.com. I don't have any experience whatsoever with that, but using AI, here's my thought, I can easily take one of these posts. Well, I probably wouldn't do a product review post like this, but maybe I will. I'm gonna go back because this one's more interesting and kind of fit for just about any audience, but a Civil War post like this, complete with pictures that I took while we were at this battlefield. I can take a post like this, copy the entire thing, put it into ChatGPT and say, write a different version of this in my own voice that I can post on medium.com or whatever other platform. I don't even know what platforms I'm going to use yet. I'm going to use ChatGPT to help me find other places where I can post my content. I don't even know if I'll be able to link back to my blog or not, but I'm going to find out, and that is one way I'm going to try to start promoting the blog and kind of growing traffic to the blog on my quest to reach 50,000 sessions in a month, which is the goal for this blog challenge. So I think that's about it. I don't know when the next update's going to be, probably next weekend, maybe sometime in the middle of this week, we'll see. And I'll keep you up to date, and we'll see you in the next one.